Hello, 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 everybody. Grand Rising and welcome for our series 2 of Light and Shadow. So I know you guys have previously seen my videos explaining the difference between light and shadow. And then, of course, I did one on light workers. So today what I'm going to be talking about are the hunters, okay? So of course, as above, so below, as within, without. As much as we have light workers who are from the cosmic elements that had contracts here to help guide and assist us, you also have those that were born in the shadow realm as shadow workers, okay? Shadow workers are pretty much those seeds who were unfortunately born of those demonic spawns or born of those demonic seeds, okay? So when I say that you may have been a person that was privy or was around a lot of domestic abuse, you may have been a person that was around a lot of alcoholism, you may have been through sex trafficking. Those of us born in the shadow realm, we tend to go through life a lot harsher than normal people. Not only are we going through that element, but a lot of us tend not to fit into those families either. If you are also a cosmic star seed that is born this reincarnate in the shadow realm. So you have a lot that's already going to end up stacking up against you. So with being with being a shadow worker, like I was saying, it is those of us who are born in the shadow realm that pretty much were privy to see a lot of these negative aspects. But we were allowed to be in a mentally healed place and space to where we didn't lose our mind. We didn't lose our shit. We still were able to have control over what was going on in our lives, or we still were able to see and think correctly about what was going on. So, those of us who have been privy to learn shadow work, we have learned the deep essence of working with the spirits around us, learning to work with certain signs and symbols. Me as a two-headed conjure woman, one of my big things is chicken feet. I know people are like, what the hell, chicken feet? Yes, chicken feet. For those of us that are in conjuring, you already know if you have chicken feet or if we wear chicken feet, those chicken feet are used to scratch up hexes and curses. Now, if you've actually watched a normal chicken, that's sort of what they do. They walk around, they peck at the ground, and when they're done in an area, they will scratch the dirt up and kick the dirt up. So, as a conjure person in the shadow realm, I've learned to use a lot of the different tools that my ancestors were not able to utilize back then. So, I've learned to revolutionize or evolve some of the tactics or the teachings that were left behind. Now, this also comes into play, like I was talking to you guys about hunters. Okay, hunters. Light workers and shadow workers are the people who are pretty much here to help heal, help rebalance, help restore, help rejuvenate. Now you have these hunters, y'all. Now, shadow hunters and light hunters are something completely different. Light hunters have been people who have been privy to learn how to activate themselves, how to activate their abilities, how to activate their powers positively. But the control and the lust and maybe even some of the situations that these energies were born into may have altered that mindset. So whereas you may have had, for instance, a young boy who grew up with a lot of privilege, you get what I'm saying? Grew up with a lot of privilege, was actually able to help a lot of people, but instead of taking that mentality of, oh, I'm in a big position to help people, I'm in an awesome position to do something for people, they sort of take that help into control. You get what I'm saying? They sort of use that manipulation of, look at how I can help you, as a source of control now. So in order for me to help you, you have to do something for me. Oh yes, I'll help you become the best version of you after you do something for me. And this is where the huge distinction of light and dark comes into play, because you will have people presenting themselves as light beings, presenting themselves as, I'm here to help you, I'm here to guide you, but really they're just preying off of your energy. They are preying off of that natural, untapped source of energy. And quite frankly, a lot of the light hunters cannot tap into your light source unless you tap into it first. So they will help you try and activate and connect certain dots to empower you, but not to actually help you benefit from that activation. The same thing with shadow workers or shadow hunters. My bad. Same thing with shadow hunters. Shadow hunters are, unfortunately, those people that you see in the movies. The ones that are always out here cursing, hexing, and jinxing people for honestly no good reason, no justified reason, no balanced reason. They just out here doing some shit just because it's been passed down to do it. It's an energy. It's an ego. Energy of the ego. So when you see people running rampant between the light realm and the shadow realm, be aware of these hunters. These are the people that will tell you, oh yeah, I can help you with your trauma. I can help you deal with those shadows. But honestly, they are there to dig those shadows up because they don't plan on helping you fix those shadows. They don't plan on helping you get rid of those shadows or even make peace with those shadows. As long as they have you in a constant state of fear, doubt, and misjudgment, they are now feeding off of that energy because you're going to keep coming back. You're going to keep coming back for wisdom and knowledge that they are not going to share openly. Be careful of that. So now we have our complete breakdown of light workers being the cosmic elements from outer space, or whatever you really want to call it. Star seeds, light seeds. Then, of course, you have your shadow workers, those that were born in the shadows of hell, in the realms of hell, and chose not to be like their ancestors. Just because my father is the demon of alcoholism don't mean that I'm finna turn up Monday through Friday with a bottle. I chose not to be that. But I do know how to help you out of that situation, because I had to help someone else. That is a shadow worker. And those are light workers. These are the beings that are here to actually help you elevate so that you can do for yourself, so that you can do for self, so that you can do for your own, so that you can take care of your lineage and your children. Then, of course, once again, you have those hunters, light hunters, who will help you activate your energy and activate your creativity just so they can absorb it and 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 run you dry. Then, of course, you have those shadow hunters as well that will literally torture you and torture you and torture you and torture you into thinking that you need their services when you don't. You are feeding them that energy that they constantly need to live off of and to keep going. So, that is my quick breakdown. Light realm, shadow realm, light hunters, shadow hunters, light workers, and shadow workers. Be careful of who you guys are allowing into your energies. And make sure that after every reading, if the other person who's giving you the reading is not cutting ties, be sure that you are cutting ties. So y'all know my motto. Namaste, you guys, but no, I'm going to stay over here. Holla.